Right, so back out on the bike, c90. Absolutely amazing weather today. It's actually got a little bit of heat behind it too. Just having a little self-isolation motorbike ride before everyone gets all teasy. I am actually going to go get some supplies. Just having a little bit of fun while I do it. It's absolutely dead. Another reason that I'm sort of out at the minute is I kind of want to get all this on film, sort of document how dead everything really is, because I mean the whole time I've lived down here I have never ever seen it like this being so dead. As you can see and aware, wearing gloves, I am not speaking to or touching anything that's not mine, i.e. the bike. I won't be stopping or getting off other than at the shop, which I will not be videoing, as last time I videoed at the shop I got myself in a little bit of trouble. Down to their consumer rights laws or whatever it was, or something like that. They were just basically like, look, we don't want you filming, don't do it, basically. Well, fair enough, like there are no signs, but there's no point arguing, like fair enough, if you don't want me filming in your store. I think I'll kill the bike actually. So yeah, this is my exercise for the day. No, I am actually on the way to the shop. I just thought I'd switch it up a bit in a hope to not run into anybody. And let's be perfectly honest here, who am I going to run into down here? Maybe a horse rider. God, every time I get to about here, or just this next little bit, it just smells of weed. He must, like, someone here must have a little, like, plant growing or something. Like, it's, God, every time I say this, and we've looked before and we've found nothing, but every time I say it, and every time I still smell it. God, I don't know. Kind of makes you appreciate like how nice it is, like to have a bit of freedom and to be able to go out and just like enjoy the little things. Hey, fucking bike, don't you dare. I am doing this. God, I can smell it again. Wow. The bike is completely on slicks at the minute. Yes, I'm an idiot. No, this is not what they're designed for. But in order to not slide, it's all about picking your route, I've found. Oh wow, look, bunny. Blah! Look at him go. Did not expect to be coming across Peter Rabbit on my little journey today. I hope you guys seen that. But yeah, it's an absolutely lovely day. It'd be rude not to go out on the bike, really. Whoa! Didn't even put a foot down. Yeah, so as I was mentioning, for this bike, the plans. Whoa. Okay, I put a foot down. These stones are a little bit too big for the 1 inch wide tyres. When we get down here a little bit, I'll get off the bike and show you a little bit around it, because I haven't really showed much of it. And yeah, and I'll go around. I'll go over the plans then too. Just found a screwdriver, little flat blade, and that is actually ideal because the carb on this bike, as you can see, is right there, and he fits right in the air fuel screw, which needs adjusting. Buried in the mud, sort of. Just seen a little red handle. I was like, oh, what's that? Like, pikey mode activated, and lo and behold, it's a screwdriver that I can actually use and is useful to me. Recycling, that is. So yeah, and I haven't actually got a screwdriver on me that it's the right size flat blade. It's got too much girth and he doesn't fit in the slot. Big tanker. We're nearly at the end of this lane now. Right, I'll put the bike over there and then I'll show you a little walk around. Okay, so there she is. Covered the number plate with my gloves, as people have been dickheads in the past, to put it lightly. There she is. She's got a Racing Boy aluminium swing arm, some kind of aftermarket shocks which are absolutely shit, to be honest with you. The swing arm is actually extended. We've got a 40-36 2-sprocket on the rear, I believe. Not sure what's on the front. Custom aluminium Racing Boy wheels, rims with standard hubs or whatever. Bit of a question for you guys. This bit down here, it's really loose. I'm not sure whether I'm missing something, maybe like a little collet or spacer, but not sure. On the front there was a Tigua damper which went from here down to here to stiffen it up. Obviously, first time I've been riding it sort of off-road, I've taken him off just so I don't get any, well, not to get any, don't know what I'm saying. Basically it stiffens it up, so you've basically got no front suspension. It's probably broken, that's probably not how it's meant to work, but that is how it works. So I've taken it off, so I've got a little bit of suspension. Those of you that have a carb know how the front brake works, and when you brake it goes up, which is weird. So let's have a little look around this rest of the side. It's got the most bodged up exhaust. Ignore those aren't actually doing anything. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you do that and then the swing arm's a bit weird. But yeah, so plans of the bike. You guys leave a comment of what you think. Swing arm can stay. Obviously I'll sort all the centre stand. Someone's cut the foot off this side for whatever reason. I'll sort all the centre stand out, so there's no play in it. Frame wise, I'm undecided whether I want to paint it or not. Like, I kind of think it's pretty cool with like the sort of little bits of rusts over it. Might be stupid idea, let me know. If not, I'd definitely be keen to paint it. Do a little restoration on the frame. The wheels, as far as I'm concerned, can stay. As far as I got no problems with them. Knobblies, obviously, front and rear. Front end wise, let's go over the engine first, actually. So the engine, this engine isn't standard to this bike. However, I am debating whether to either the options are, I don't like that, it's too much power, it's too on or off, it's not enjoyable. It's fast, but that's not really what I want. So the options are to get a standard 85cc 90 engine, so what this would have come with, 3-speed semi-auto, or a Lifan 110 4-speed semi-auto pit bike engine, obviously declaring it all. I feel like the C90 engine would be more sort of, it would be more reliable, cheaper to run, cheaper to get hold of. I feel like it would be the better choice. However, the 110, I haven't had one myself personally, so I don't know how good they are. But it would just be a little bit more sort of poke for the road, really. So that's the engine, not decided yet. Exhaust's going back to standard because where I'm riding, like, look, it's completely quiet. Don't want to piss people off unnecessarily. And to be honest with you, I really don't like loud exhaust anymore. Completely gone off it. On a car and on a bike. I just don't know. Change your mind, really. Headlight, I think I want to keep with that sort of style, the bars maybe. Front end wise, right, so this is where I need your guys' help. So my idea is, Daryl has got a CBF 125 front end, which has obviously telescopic forks, and a disc brake. Obviously it's complete front end, wheels, bars, the lot. We're thinking about trying to put that on here. However, I don't want the cast aluminium wheel, or whatever it is. I want to keep to a spoked wheel. So we would have to, if the forks and everything do fit, obviously I could run the standard CBF wheel for a while, but I'd like to get a spoked wheel for it. Obviously I just need to find something the right measurements, size, and fits a disc brake that would fit. So that's where the front end's sort of going towards. Obviously let me know what you think in the comments. Leg shield, I'll get a new one because this one's been cut up by the previous owner. There's not really much else to touch on, really. I kind of like the old vintage sort of like look of the bike. Shocks I can replace, get something a little bit better than those. They do look quite cool though. Obviously they're on the wrong way. It did have a back box on the back, which I've taken off because it wasn't fitted properly, but I might even put that back on. I think that's quite cool and funny. Practical too. I like the old light. I don't know. Those are my plans. Leave comments and ideas or whatever. Just let me know what you think. Alright? To be fair to her, she goes, well, she does alright for having just standard C90, like the slicks that they come with. Shitty £14 a tyre. Ah, you can't. So, best way is pretty fucked, to be fair. There's not really a best way. We're just gonna have to go for it and see what happens. Fucking she's not raw normally this much of a pain to start. Maybe she doesn't like the first. No, not on a hill. Maybe she doesn't like her first account of abuse. For those of you who know this lane, that's not as easy as it looks. It's amazing how dead it is. I've never really seen it like this, honestly. Like, I keep going on about it, I am like mind blown. So, on to the next lane. So, start of lane number 2. want to go a little bit slow down here because there's loads of horse shit all over the road, and I don't want to come round the corner and freak someone out with their horse. Oh, a squirrel! Fucking hell. Never see wild. Oh my god, it's pretty shitty. Oh no. I don't want to get wet feet. We're gonna do it. I just gotta try not to stall. I don't care about getting muddy, I just don't like having wet feet. Anyone can relate? I really didn't think this was gonna be like this. This was one of the first lanes on the last Honda Cub. Oh no! Not now! Why? Why you do this to me, bike? A little river crossing. I don't want to put a foot down. That's quite deep. None like the other one because of the stupid exhaust on this bloody thing. You can't sort of put your feet behind the leg shield. Oh, this is better. This is what I expected it to be like. This sort of nice, dry, just a little bit damp dirt that doesn't make a horrible mess over everything you're wearing and your bike. See, there's more horse shit there. I don't know how funny and the old, oh, I think I'm better than everyone attitude horse riders have too. Not all of them. Most of them though. No offence meant if you're nice, but if you're one of those ones that think they're better than everyone else and everything, take full offence. You're all cunts. Sorry. See what I mean about the this engine? It's sort of like you can't it either wants to go or it doesn't. Like you touch the throttle, there's the dirt gone. But like, it's nice to have the grunt and the power there, but it's just not like. It's just not rideable, if that makes sense. It is, but it's just not fully enjoyable, and I think the slightly smaller the placement engine like it is a race engine, or sold as a race engine. They're shit really, but I hope from this you can sort of gauge what I'm on about. Oh no. Another thing I don't want to do, because this has got an air filter, not a box, I don't want to get the air filter wet, so she starts bogging out. Because that's no fun. That's never any fun for anyone. But I sort of hope you can get the gist of what I mean about the engine. Like it either want like it does either want to go or not go. It hasn't got the stupidly small flywheel on it either. I had one of those on my last one and it was bloody ridiculous. Like it was worse than this. It'd stall every 5 minutes, it's a pain to start. So yeah. So I don't want anyone getting upset with me saying that I'm putting a smaller engine or the standard C90 engine in it. So yeah, we're nearly at the end of this trail now. After here I'm going to do a few back roads, and then just sort of try and pass some time and have a look for where some places go, really. Yeah, oh, that soaked my feet, great. Quite a nice place to live, to be fair, where I do live. I do like it. See, more horse shit. Yeah, we're at the end of this lane now, literally just down here. So I'm going to go have an explore around some lanes and then off to the shop, and then I'll do some lanes on the way home, get a bit more content for you guys. Two little fucking kids out on their little push bikes. That's cool. I remember doing that as a kid with my mates down the local woods or whatever, building a jump. That's awesome. Now I'm here on this bloody thing going through some lanes. But yeah, I just thought I'd wanted to like video this. This is nice, really nice. Just cruising along at 10, 15, like 15, 20 mile an hour, I'd say. Trying to make as least noise as possible with this shitty exhaust. Just amazing, really. I've never been up here either, so no idea where it's going to take me. I like that though. Like exploring and not knowing where places are going to take you out, end up, I should say. That's another thought as well. What do you guys think are sort of, maybe when I got my licence back, like some headcam footage of in the car, or if it's nice weather and a few people are keen, maybe a ride or a drive to, oh there's two people there, a ride or a drive to, like in a random place. Thank you. A ride or a drive to, yeah, it's flying my eye. See what I mean? Like it just wants to either go, like you either need to be full throttle or like you don't. It's horrible. So yeah, a ride or a drive to maybe an abandoned building or tunnels somewhere, or a bunker or a military base or something, and just explore around abandoned places. What would you guys think of that? Leave your thoughts on that. Why is my brake sticking? Right, try not to use the rear brake as much as possible. My last one did this. Bloody thing. She's covered in mud. So, front brake it is. The shittest one. Wonderful. I know exactly where we are. No idea that took us out there. That's pretty cool. We'll go up to Plint. Okay, so we come to this. I normally go up. I've never actually been straight on, so I think that we're going to go straight on and see where it ends up. Watergate, Trelawn. No idea. Sounds like a quiet place. Everywhere's quiet now, but Watergate, that sounds like a quiet old people's village that like would hate the bike going through. So we're gonna rock with it. First impressions, I don't know how far it was, it didn't say. No, this isn't it, this is just a few houses. I'll start recording when I get there. Okay, so I was passing by the roads literally... Stay. The road's literally right there. I was passing by and I seen this. And then I realised how deep it was. It's a good 2 foot, I'd say. So how about you guys leave... Well, let's say if we get 100 likes within the first 24 hours... It's not really a lot, to be fair. Get 100 likes within the first 24 hours of me posting this, and I'll come back down here and ride through it. And so will Daryl. I've just signed him up for it. No idea where that goes over there, but it looks quite cool. There she is. Absolute machine. Okay, so a little bit of time had passed. That Watergate Bay, or whatever it is called, there was no place called that. Like, I kept going and there was just no place called it. I was like, what? Makes no sense. So I just got into Polperro. Just been to the shop now. Just on my way back now, really. Those of you that know me know that I live in the middle of nowhere. It's so dead, it's unreal. Absolutely unreal. Polperro is honestly one of the hardest places ever to, like, find your way round. Like, you can go one way but you can't go the other way, and you can't go one way from the other way. It's like a little car park bit. But yeah. Just want to get a move on, really. Okay, so in my video the other day where I went up to that little castle place, there's a green lane to our left as we were riding that I pointed to Daryl to. We have been up there before, but I cannot remember where it goes, so I think I'm going to attempt to find that and then attempt to go up it and re-jog my memory of where in fact it does actually go. I think this is it here, to the right. It looks very rocky. I think this is just going to be a second gear cruise job. Very bumpy. This poor cup. To be fair to her though, she climbs quite well. I seem to remember this lane being a lot worse than this, but it has been quite a while since I've gone up it, and I did only do it once. I'm hoping it doesn't take a turn for the worst. You can see the people have been up here recently. It's 4x4 tracks, farm tracks. And it's all been cut out. Oh, no way. Literally just took us out from where I come from. I literally come from that way. Went down here, past a van. So yeah, that's about that. We're just coming up onto the next lane, and this is the one before we get back to mine. This is known for being very a rough lane, you could say. There's another bunny. What is going on? Less people, more animals. Seems to be the way. Yeah, this is a very tough lane, so I probably will be going down it very slowly, considering as I only really have one functioning brake now. Coming up it, I would say, would be near enough undoable on this, in the state it's in. But we can definitely go down it and give it a go. Oh, that's that. So yeah. Oh great, more shit. This lane's called Merchalanic, I believe. It's pretty rough. So I hope I don't get stuck. Try not to use the rear brake as well, because that wasn't friendly. Because when you use it, it gets stuck on. I'd imagine it just needs cleaning out. But my last one did that as well. Seems like people have been down here quite recently. Still on slicks, bearing in mind. I think it's doing like pretty well, considering the setup it's got at the minute. Oh, accidentally touched a rear brake. Yeah, people have definitely been down here recently. Like, this is all chewed up. I don't know whether it's horses or what, but people have definitely been down here. There's some horses in there. Oh, the farmers brought cows down here. That's what it is. God, it's so quiet. It's nice. Oh fuck me, look how many little ponies! What? You want a bicky? I haven't got a biscuit, I'm sorry. I wonder if they'd let me stroke them. Do I try and stroke a pony? I don't want to scare them. I feel like if I try and stroke them, I'll scare them. I guess we could have a go at trying to stroke a pony. Sorry, cub. Hello? So they don't like the bite, but they don't mind me. Don't bite my finger. That one just booted that one treat. Hello, mate. Oh. Don't bite me. Good pony. I don't think the cows would be so friendly, so I'm not going to try. Whoa. So this is where it gets a little bit whoa. That's what we're dealing with here. We got a racing slick on the front, or it might as well be, and some kind of Continental on the back, both road tyres, which seem to have minimal tread. Back brake locked on then. Yeah, as soon as I touch a rear brake it locks on. It's either a turn spring or it just needs cleaning out, I should imagine, so I'll do that probably when I get home, along with trying to sort out that bloody centre stand. Listening to that's doing my head in. This is where it gets a little bit tougher. The thing about these bikes is they weigh basically nothing, which is really nice when it comes to stuff like this. You don't get bad fatigue. Like, obviously it's no good for doing it at all, but like, if you are going to do this on one of these, I don't know, they're actually not that bad. The downsides to these bikes are the suspension, which I'm hopefully upgrading, and the brakes, which I'm also hopefully, well, upgrading one. So yeah, it doesn't look that bad, but I assure you it is. Some of these drops are near enough the size of the wheel. Poor little bike. I wonder if your previous owner ever treated you like this. Don't know whether you guys can see how rough this pretty much is. I've still yet to go up this. I mean, I've attempted it, but I'm still yet to make it. And I'm still yet to see a 4x4 make it as well. But I wish I knew about this one when I used to have my KTM. But yeah, she's normally a lot, like, it's normally really wet down here, like this bit here is, and that can cause you all sorts of problems when you're trying to deal with that rocky, front brake locked up, scary, when you're trying to deal with rocks and things like that, because it makes it stupidly slippery. Also, another nice thing about these bikes is the seat. Most people don't really think about a seat or how comfortable. That centre stand sounds awful. When they go to buy a motorbike, they don't really think about the seat until you've got it, and then you realise how uncomfortable it is. Now this bit's the tricky bit. I think drop down into that little ditch. Oh, it'd be nice to have some knobblies. Like, they don't really make much of a difference when you're on this rock stuff, but as soon as it comes to the mud, oh, they make the world of a difference. That fucking rear brake's doing my head in. But yeah, we're basically at the bottom now. But imagine having to try and get up that. That'd be no fun. Ooh, that's a bit of a bigger drop than I expected. Some muddy bits like this at the knobblies would help out a treat. That front wheel just keeps locking. And I believe knobblies would help stop that big time. Oh, ignition's on. It's not even any point trying to bump it because it will just... Might have bumped. Ah, really? It doesn't really like... Whoa. Don't know how deep this is going to be. It doesn't really like after you shake the carb round or lean it on the side too much. It smells very fuely now. Oh, foot in, no way. Oh, I'm soaked. Oh, really, bike? Yeah, I'm soaked. Well, at least we're nearly home. Look at the state of that. I think that was a little bit too deep for the cub without the airbox. Oh, that water's fresh. That's cold. Better get her going a little bit, dry her out. Still pulls. I think we got air. Very hard to keep this in a straight line while going up things like that. I think it's down to the suspension, really. But yeah, we're nearly out. And she hasn't skipped a beat so far. Oh, we made it. Fuck's that? Oh, tractor. Right, I'm gonna call that video. It's probably a fairly long video, to be fair. But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment of what you think. Let me just get past that. I don't want to think that I'm weird talking to myself or something. So yeah, brakes are non-existent after that fucking river ride. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.